Hello everybody, today I'm going to be talking about finding the area of a shaded region. So you can see some examples of this down below. So basically we are going to be given a problem and they are wanting you to only give the value of the area of the portion of the shape that is shaded. So again, these are composite figures. But part of the picture is shaded, and that's the only area they want. So what you're going to do on these problems is you're going to find the area, find the area, not R, find the area of the entire figure. Okay, and then you're going to subtract the area of the non-shaded region. So in number one, if we can find the area of the full figure, which this is a square, so if that's 25, this side is also 25, we'll then find the area of this non-shaded region, which happens to be a circle. And then we'll find the difference of those two. Now, to find the area of a square, remember the area of a square is just the side times the side, or the side length squared. 25 squared is going to be, I'll put a little square there so you know that's the square. That's going to be 625. Then I'm going to find the area of that circle. To find the area of the circle, you're going to need to know the value of the radius. Now, if they're telling us that this is 25, that means that my diameter is also 25. And your radius is always half of the diameter. So half of 25 is going to be 12.5. Okay, so the area of the circle, so the radius is 12.5, is pi r squared. So pi times 12.5 to the second power. And you'll put that into your calculator. 12.5 squared times pi is 490 point, I'll do 2 decimal places, 87. So then what you're going to do is you're going to subtract those two values. So the area of the shaded region, I'll just call it SR, is going to be 625 minus 490.87. So that's going to be 625 minus 490.87, 134.13. And again, it's area, so it's units squared. So that's the general process that you take to complete these problems. Now for the next example, I'm not going to do the full example, I'm just going to talk about it. This is going to be the area of a rectangle, which we know is length times width. All of that information is given to you. You're going to subtract that value. You're going to subtract the value of the area of that triangle. Area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. And you can see in this picture, they give you the height. That's your h. And they do give you the base. The base of this triangle is this whole thing. And since this is a rectangle, if this is 25, that means this is 25 as well. So you'll easily be able to find those two values to get your area of your shaded region. I'll give you the answer so that you can try this problem and make sure that your answer is correct by checking your answer. So the area of the shaded region, I'm using SR for shaded region, is 212.5 centimeters squared. Okay. I want to go through the next example a little bit more. So this one involves a triangle. This is a right triangle. Sorry, that's not labeled in the picture. So let's assume that that's a right triangle because that's what it's supposed to be. I think I just forgot the little symbol there. So it is a right triangle. Okay. And for this problem here, the whole shape the shape as a whole, so that's this and here, that is a half of a circle. So if the area of a circle is pi r squared, area of a half circle is going to be half of that, 1/2 pi r squared. You can also do pi r squared and then divide that value by 2. Now what they don't give you in this problem is they don't give you the value of the radius. So imagine that this is the center, this is going to be our radius. The way we would get the radius is if we knew the diameter, we would take the diameter and we would divide it by 2. The problem is we don't know the diameter. So to find the diameter, you're going to have to find the length of the hypotenuse of that right triangle. Okay, so because we do have enough information to find the area of that triangle, we don't have enough information to find the area of the semicircle. So that's why we have to find the diameter or the length of the hypotenuse. So in order to do that, to find the length of that, I'll call that length x. Okay, you have to do a little bit of Pythagorean theorem. So 9 squared plus 21.6 squared equals x squared. And in doing that, that will give you your diameter. So what's that? 81 plus 21.6 squared, 466.56. Okay, let's do 466.56 plus 81 equals square root of, that's not right, I did something wrong. 466 my decimal got messed up, plus 81 equals square root 23.4. So x is 23.4. So that is the value of your diameter. So to find your radius, you're going to take 23.4 and divide it by 2. And when you do that, you get 11.7. So now that you have your radius, you can use that to find the area of your half circle. You will then subtract from that the area of that triangle, which is 1/2 base times height. The base of the triangle is 21.6. The height of the triangle is your 9. Going through the work, I'll give you the final answer so that you can give it a try on your own. The area of the shaded region will be 117.83 meters squared. Okay. Now for the last problem here, I'll give you a little hint. On this problem here, you have a trapezoid. So you're going to have the area of a trapezoid, and you're going to subtract the area of a half circle, okay, or a semicircle. Now what's tricky about the area of our trapezoid is they don't give you your height. You don't know this h value, but as long as you draw this straight down at a right angle, you can use Pythagorean theorem to find that. Okay. Now again, they also don't give you this length right here, but they tell you that from here to here is, this part right here is 17. And if the whole thing is 37, that means from here to here is going to be 20. So that means this is 20, right? So now you have enough information to where you can use Pythagorean Theorem to find h. So that will allow you, the reason you need h is because you need to find the area of that trapezoid. Some people might also ask if they can take, another way to do this is you could separate this into 3 regions where you have the area of a triangle plus the area of the square, right? And then subtract the area of the half circle, right? So the area of the trapezoid is actually, well, that might not be a square. I guess that could be that's probably a rectangle. We don't know if it's a square or not. So we have the area of this region, area of the rectangle. I'm going to call it a rectangle because I'm not sure if it's a square or rectangle because we aren't given h, and subtract that half circle. So you could think of it that way too. Either way you do it, the area of your shaded region is going to be 316.64 inches squared. Sometimes with composite figures, whether you're dealing with area of a composite figure or area of a shaded region, there can be different ways to break it up. Other times, there's only one way to do it. Okay? So please take the time to work through some of these examples and see if you're getting the right answers before you move on to the practice. And good luck with that practice. See you in the next video.